BigHerc916, positivity, motivation, never settle for average. You know how we do it over here. Man, did you guys watch the Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney fight? What you guys think of the fight, man? Did Ryan play the entire world? Did he have us all thinking that he was batshit crazy, and the whole time he was driving traffic for viewership, and he was doing it in a different tactic that we hadn't seen? You know, usually fighters, you know, create hype for a fight by talking trash and putting down each other's, you know, family and blah 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 and this and that, and it's more of a back and forth banter. But in this situation, we've seen, you know, crazy posts of Ryan, you know, appearing as though he had been kidnapped and somehow tied into something dark, and then coming out of that and you know, dealing with, you know, possible mental abuse and all these different things. It just has you tripping out like, man, this guy, he's all over the place. He's on TikTok, he's on IG, he's you know, doing crazy facial expressions and antics. You know, is he really training hard enough to beat Devin Haney? It was definitely the odds got you know, they got blurred in this situation, because people were thinking, man, you know, Devin Haney should be a sure bet. You bet on Devin, and you know, Ryan, who's all over the place, he's gonna get his, you know, he's gonna get his clock rocked, you know. But it was a total opposite. He went in there, and it looked like maybe, you know, the first round or so, Devin Haney was on top of him, and as far as, you know, his fight game. But man, Ryan, he was putting hands on Devin Haney so bad, the ref was coming in there literally saving his ass. You know, some of those he tried to say were slips were straight knockdowns. You could see it in Devin Haney's eyes. He didn't know where he was at. Ryan, in my opinion, had he not clowned around as much as he did after he was knocking him down, he could have probably finished Devin Haney. Maybe that wasn't his intention, because he knew that he wasn't gonna get the belt anyway, so he just kind of like, you know, I'll stretch the fight out for 12 rounds. But Ryan, he put a cold demonstration down, and it didn't even seem like it was his best demonstration compared to some of the other fights I've seen him get down in. And he almost toyed with Devin at times, let Devin build his confidence up, and then broke it down again. And he did that multiple times. And just from a fight perspective, I'm no fight expert, or, you know, I'm not no golden gloves or no analyst or nothing like that. And just looking at it from two individuals who are great fighters, two people who have been fighting since they were, you know, adolescent. It just seemed like Ryan in this fight, even though he initially was going to come down in weight, but then he didn't make the weight, so he was able to actually hydrate and come in looking like he was healthy. Who knows what he weighed in at the actual fight, but it was just total domination. And you know, the crazy thing about a lot of these fights is they become almost like a racial thing, where, you know, on one side you have all, you know, Hispanic or you know, in the Mexican culture, and then you have blacks over here because, you know. But as far as just people, man, you know, I look at it like, if a person is a great athlete, I'm not really tripping off of their race. I'm looking at them as a person and their performance. And Ryan put down over-the-top performance. I mean, and it could have been better. I think, maybe I wasn't in the ring, so, maybe he was just like, oh, whatever. But it seems like he kind of let off the gas a little bit at times to let the fight continue. And for whatever reason, I'm quite sure they, maybe the rematch clause has something in there, and there was a stipulation or something. But a total TKO would have been kind of devastating for that Devin Haney to come back from. It's not the same as going to the scorecard. But yeah, that fight, man, totally threw me off. I almost was like, man, is it even worth watching because of, is Ryan going to show up? And he showed up. And they said even the antics with him, so-called drinking a beer, they said that was orange juice and something else, like, some other bubbly drink mixed, and he was clowning. And hey, man, shout out to Ryan's camp, shout out to Ryan Garcia for playing the game the way they played it, which is totally different from any other way I've seen the game being played when it comes to fights, because usually the fight game is played out more of a shit-talking game, and Ryan played a cold, crazy game, and it worked. So go to BigHerc916.com, pick up some merch, wash your ass, subscribe to the channel, share the channel.
Are you tired of smelling funky? Have you lost your ass? Go to BigHerc916.com and get your nutsack run.
I didn't start off as a bad kid. Officially, I only got one real spanking my entire life. My mom did the best a 14-year-old could do, raising me with love and instilling values that will last a lifetime. I was a straight-A student and lived to make her happy. So how did I go astray? A horrible stepdad that stole my self-worth and invoked fear turned me into a person that I struggled to overcome. From skateboarding to selling drugs, gang-banging in juvenile hall, I got caught the same way many young promising men get caught up. I struggled to find my identity, getting mixed up in shootouts, crime, and the adult entertainment industry. This roller coaster continued as I juggled college, hustling, and Hollywood, eventually catching a federal bank robbery case. I found redemption in prison while serving a 120-month federal sentence and came out a man on a mission. I became a social media influencer with over 500 million views on YouTube and a life coach mentoring people all over the world. This is my journey against all odds.